Now, I quickly wanted to grab your attention before we get into the video, because what I see a lot right now in the crypto trading market is that a lot of traders are trading without a strategy, without risk management. They're essentially gambling. And that is truly where I think the Cilinix Premium Group has a lot of value, because not only do you get profitable signals, trades you can follow easily, you get material to make you a profitable trader yourself. And right now we have also added indicators that I have coded myself, such as the Momentum Initiative candle, which you can see on the screen, accurately predicted new momentum coming in at the recent Bitcoin bottom. Incredibly valuable. Links will be down in the description. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome to this full video in which we're going to do an in-depth analysis, or at least, in-depth as much as we can do in the minutes that I'll spend on this video, to also still make it quite easy for all of you to watch. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to do that full analysis. Ultimately, Ondo at this point of time is not looking amazing. We're trading below the balance that we have held since March 2025. As you can see, in that period of time, we held some sort of consolidation here. Obviously, we had deviations, but still. And we have fallen back into this balance right here that we held between 80 cents and 57 cents that we held from August 2024 until November 2024. So for a smaller period of time, but still incredibly relevant. So that is what we are in, and we are now towards the bottom of that. And you can see for the range that we've had specifically for Ondo, the range, the value area always is a little bit different when the price falls back into a previous balance. So the value area low for the previous range, like I said, in 2024, I think was right here. Now it's trading a little bit lower, and you can see that after the bottom we found last week, we've been able to reclaim that level, and so far we're holding that relatively well. And even on a day like yesterday, and that makes me slightly, bullish, slightly more optimistic regarding Ondo, we were actually able to hold that level relatively well. So that is, like, purely technically, these are good signs that we are going to be able to stay within the range. And staying within the range and then being at the bottom of the range ultimately means that I'm fairly bullish on Ondo, and that I think it's most likely that we're going to push up higher, right? So into that level at 75 cents, and where we have the point of control, so that's a very liquid area, but then potentially also 78 and 80 cents. I don't see enough momentum for Ondo specifically to expect us to break out above 80 cents. I think we either would need a much stronger market for that, or a fundamentally bullish Ondo. And the fundamentals for Ondo specifically, I want to spend some time talking about, because there's some major events coming up that I think you need to know about. First of all, though, there's also some major fundamentals when we are talking about the general markets. We have a lot of economic data coming out today. I will be live streaming that, so make sure to tune in if you want to know about that. But ultimately, what we want to get stronger markets is inflation rate data that is lower than expected, and initial jobless claims data that is higher than expected. That would increase the probability of a rate cut in December, and that's good for crypto. If it's vice versa, we can still tap that level right here at 60 cents. As you can see, we have some liquidity to the downside. If we get bad news, yesterday there were also some liquidity problems, like I said earlier. If we get some bad news, we can spike into that. So be aware of that. But even if we do, I still do think we'll be able to hold support. But the thing is that I'm a little bit worried about on those fundamentals, because the fundamentals are not bad. If you look at the TVL, if you look at the revenue annualized, but especially the TVL, it's not bad. And DEX trading volumes are also not bad for their Ondo global markets product. Like, if you look at the TVL like this, you'd say, well, that's amazing. I mean, it's growing so well and so consistently. And that is true, but the thing is that I think this growth does not translate to a lot of value and to a lot of bullish momentum for the Ondo coin, which is, by the way, also trading relatively high. I mean, I think Ondo at this point of time is 46, so it has a market cap of $2 billion. And the TVL is under that, and the TVL also has no direct impact on that valuation. And then outside of that, we have a massive unlock coming in again of about, I mean, that's like 40% of the existing tokens are being unlocked, are being released into circulation. Now, I think that has been one of the key reasons why this year Ondo has underperformed slightly, right? And if you go back in time, and if you go back to what that caused last year, we had bullish momentum before that, but what you can see going into that unlock, we started to push down, and after that it went into a downtrend. So I am a little bit worried about that. I will keep you updated on that because it's much too early to say anything valuable about that. So short term, I still think what is most likely is something like this, right? And bullish momentum. But ultimately, I think that is kind of like, I'm not sure if this is a saying in English, but kind of like a sword of Damocles, the Greek story. Or Roman, I think it's a Greek story, but that's not great. So I'll keep you updated on that. For now, don't worry too much about that short term, but long term, it's not looking amazing. I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching, and keep an eye on the channel for updates, like I said, because those will be coming in towards that unlock happening in January. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, everybody, and take care. Bye.